Let's just start this session. I'm Dr. Prabhat Ranjan. I'm Executive Director of TIFAC. TIFAC is an autonomous body supported by Department of Science and Technology. It stands for Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council. I'm new to TIFAC as well because I've only joined about 3 months back. But TIFAC was responsible for Technology Vision 2020 program of India, which was done under Dr. Kalam's chairmanship in 95-96. Currently, we are engaged with Technology Vision 2035 exercise, where we are looking at 12 different sectors and trying to develop a roadmap based on the vision that we create. In terms of the topic that's been given for this panel, which is emerging role of SMEs in R&D and innovation, TIFAC has had some role to play in this sector. And as you're aware that SMEs are known by different names in various countries, but they have been engines of economic growth and they have been supporting entrepreneurs' ventures of various kinds. In last few years, maybe 10, 15 years, due to growth of new technology and startup companies, the role of innovation R&D has grown as well, but that's not a very significant sector in terms of statistics. It's a small sector, but I think it's going to play an important role as we go along. Typically, most of the countries' economies, 80 to 90% of the economy, the enterprises are based on SMEs, and they generate highest rate of employment growth and account for a major share of industrial production and exports as well. In India itself, about more than 80% is out of the MSME sector, and they produce more than 8,000 value-added products. These statistics may be a little old, so just figures to indicate. 45% of the manufacturing output and 40% of the total export of the country in India is by MSME sector. It employs over 60 million persons, and there are about 26 million enterprises registered under MSME sector. Most of the MSME sectors have seen higher growth rate than average industrial growth rates. Their major advantage is that in terms of employment potential, at very low cost, the employment is generated. And so that's why they employ a large number of persons. But by and large, the lack of R&D innovation in all aspects of technological development, they face obsolescence. So many times, MSMEs, after 10, 15 years, they start to face the problem of shutdown. Personally, I've visited many in recent days. They also do not have resources to access technology. Just now, last week, I was in one of the small areas with rice mills. Each of them was operated inside a home. From outside, you would not even realize that there's a company inside. It was like a home. They don't have a space to grow. They don't have a space to bring new technology. They don't have finances to bring new technology. And that's where every time when you put a constraint on the system, innovation potential comes up. So that's why we feel that there's enough scope for innovation to happen, both to help the industry as well as SMEs to come forward. Typical advantages of MSMEs is that they have low initial capital investment. They're flexible in production. So that means that an innovation that is carried out can be quickly put into production. They facilitate entrepreneurship, which makes it possible for even new ideas to be set up in form of companies. They promote individual initiatives and innovations. And also they encourage rich personal relationships. So in terms of TIFAC, we have had a TIFAC MSME program under which we have been supporting technologically homogeneous clusters, under which we do technology interventions to improve them. We have worked in 21 different clusters so far, and this financial year we expect to add 10 more. With most of these, we actually set up a partnership with academia or R&D institutes in the neighborhood, but due to ICT technologies today, we can also combine clusters virtually. We have had a number of programs in TIFAC. There was a Mission Reach program under which we were supporting Industry Academy partnership in form of TIFAC Code, TIFAC Center of Relevance and Excellence. We have in addition to MSc program, we have a Srijan program to promote innovation. We also have TREMWeb program to refine market potential of certain prototypes that have been developed. What we're trying to do is to look at synergy of these various programs. And one specific example I wanted to give that's relevant for the MSME sector is that we plan to support student internships in MSME sector, especially in the nearby regions. So the students can go into those areas. And in MSME sector, it's very easy to identify potential problems and also come out with solutions in short time. So we'll support in the summer probably about 100 such internships in partnership with academic organizations. And out of the ones that are promising, we'll further support so that they can go back and do their final year project, which is about 4 to 6 months. And hopefully the kind of problem that MSME sector faces, such short time also that we may be able to come up with solutions which can be actually used within the MSME sector. So trying to promote student interaction will help both ways. The student gets the exposure to industry in some way, and the outcome of that will help the MSME sector as well. So with that, I would like to stop, and I would suggest that with the time that we have, about 5 to 7 minutes is what each speaker could speak. We have on the panel Dr. Neeraj Sharma here next to me, Dr. Renu Swarup on left side of myself, Mr. Arun Kumar Jha, Dr. G.V. Ramaraju, we have John Clayton, and we have Dr. S. Sarma Sundar, and we have Mr. Bapu Patil. So I would suggest that briefly you could introduce yourself during your speech so that I don't have to spend time on that. So I will request Dr. Neeraj Sharma to start.